611 is your local election headquarters, and after surging in the polls for New York City mayor, other candidates focused attacks on Zohran Mamdani at last night's debate. Listen.
Experience matters, and I think inexperience is dangerous in this case. Mr. Mamdani has had a staff of 5 people. You're now going to run a staff of 300,000 employees. He's never dealt with the city council. He's never dealt with the Congress. He's never dealt with the state legislature. He's never negotiated with a union. He's never built anything.
To Mr. Cuomo, I have never had to resign in disgrace. I have never cut Medicaid. I have never stolen hundreds of millions of dollars from the MTA. I have never hounded the 13 women who credibly accused me of sexual harassment. I have never sued for their gynecological records, and I have never done those things because I am not you, Mr. Cuomo. And furthermore, the name is Mamdani.
Okay, so early voting in the Democratic primary gets underway tomorrow. Can you believe it? And at last night's final debate, the 7 remaining candidates had a chance to make their case on why you should vote for them.
The debate basically came down to the 2 frontrunners, but several other candidates also stood out. Political strategist and professor at the University of Mount St. Vincent was watching very closely. He is up early with us this morning to share his insight. Good morning to you, J.C. Polanco. Great to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I mean, the one big, not a big surprise, Cuomo and Mamdani going head to head. But do you feel like any of them made any headway from that?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, so last night was a steel cage match.
Yes.
Right out of the WWE. It was a battle for the soul of the New York City Democratic Party. And let's face it, this was their last shot of making an impact to break through to get the most important job on earth, and that's mayor of New York City. That's incredible. In a parallel universe, your viewers last night, the Democrats at least, I'm an independent like millions, we don't get a say here, so I'll be objective. You're looking last night and you're saying to yourself, this is a job interview. For a job where you have to be the CEO of the New York City government, you have a budget of over $113 billion, 350,000 employees, a GDP of over $1 trillion, right? And 1 million kids in our public schools. So if this is LinkedIn and you're watching this job post, last night was an interview, and you had an opportunity to judge. And my students and I at the University of Mount St. Vincent, we go through job descriptions and interviews, and last night was an opportunity. There were moments last night where several candidates broke through. Why in the world is Speaker Adams not leading further in these polls? Why is she not at least at number 2? On what universe do I live in where she's not coming through? She's hitting all the issues. Every question she's working on, housing, budget, policing. I'm working on it now as Speaker of the City Council. It's clear that Governor Cuomo has the most experience up there being Secretary of HUD, former Attorney General, former Governor. I mean, clearly walking in with a lot of experience. And there were moments last night where I think Brad Lander took an opportunity of being seen as a favorite candidate of the New York Times, and he came in with some zingers and some serious accusations against...
Specifically about sexual harassment claims, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't brought up during the first debate much, and he's standing right next to him, looks him square in the face, right in the eye, and talks to him about this. Did Cuomo stumble or get through that moment?
Great question. Look, in politics we say if you're explaining, you're not winning. If you're explaining, you're losing. Yesterday may be a little different. Many of those accusations that Comptroller Brad Lander made, no court has found Governor Cuomo civilly liable for anything. The Department of Justice looked into it. All DAs looked into it. There's nothing that has come through. So these are mere accusations. As an attorney, I would caution him to say allegedly, but that's not going to happen in a debate. So I think that by handling it that way, I think Governor Cuomo was ganged up on yesterday on those issues. You're absolutely right. And it made several people feel uncomfortable, but he was clear. Nothing came over that. I was accused. Nothing happened.
But some of them are still in the courts. Some of them
are still in the courts, but I think that it was so passionate. It got so personal. You're right. I've never seen anything like that where you could look at someone, say, and make those accusations.
And they were right next to each other.
Right next to each other. And then, my goodness, Assemblymember Mamdani must have practiced that 100 times.
Oh, I'm sure.
Flawless. I have never done this. I never was a Boy Scout. You know, you could go down the list of all the things. And it was very well rehearsed. He has a great team that is advising him on how to handle the tough question. Because at the end of the day, Assemblymember Mamdani was, if you look up there on the stage, he had the thinnest resume of everyone there. You look at former Controller Stringer, Assemblyman for over a generation, Borough President, New York City Controller, citywide official. And then you have Assemblymember Mamdani is a big.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
In a parallel universe, it does. And now it appears, according to the polls, that if you're very good on social media and if you could look at that camera and smile enough, you're going to go up in those poll numbers. And that is why I think Speaker Adams asked Mamdani the question. Speaker Adams looked and said, I'm doing this budget. I'm a member of the city council. I'm the speaker of the city council. You said you were more experienced. Is that the case? And that was very passionate. I think Speaker Adams is a dark horse in this race. She is supported by Attorney General James. She has a lot of support. She's a black woman. She's a woman, and she may be the first woman mayor. I think that poll numbers are going to change as viewers are looking more and more at this race.
But see, if you look at your everyday New Yorker, for example, my babysitter, I had a conversation with her last night about, well, who would you vote for just based on what you know? She's like, well, I think I'm just going to vote for what I know. So you just mentioned all of these candidates that, last night's debate. Is there anybody that you feel like actually really got their platforms beside Miss Adams, you know, to have someone say, you know what, maybe that is a good person?
I think Governor Cuomo, clearly, and again, I'm being
No, I'm saying she said that she's going to vote for what she knows. Everybody knows Cuomo.
Everybody knows Cuomo, 100% name ID.
What of the other candidates?
The other candidates, I know that there are some candidates that are up there that are the future of New York City politics and the Democratic Party. That's Senator Myrie, no doubt about it. Polished. A young senator, 65 pieces of legislation, not 3 like Assemblymember Mamdani. That's big. And then he revolutionized how we do elections in New York City. He never talks about that, except for yesterday for a little bit. But early voting was all Senator Myrie, right? So props to him, and I think he's a future. But you're looking at yesterday, and you're saying to yourself, who's breaking through? I think Governor Cuomo broke through.
And who has to? We have to go. But who's going to today or tomorrow? Early voting. Who's going to cross-endorse now? They all said it in the forum that we did.
And you tried in your forum.
That they're interested in cross-endorsing. And that they're going to do it after the debate. So what's going to happen?
I think that's critical. I can see a world where Speaker Adams gets the support of Stringer. I can see a world where Governor Cuomo gets the support of Stringer as well. But there may be a moment in the next few days where Speaker Adams gets the support of Senator Myrie, and this is me just, you know, being fortune teller. Speaker Adams gets the support of a Senator Myrie, may get the support of former Controller Stringer. So I can see that happening. But I don't know if any of those are going to support Governor Cuomo. I don't see it.
We'll see. We'll see. It all plays out. JC, always good to see you as well.
Happy Father's Day to you, guys.
Right
and
back
you too.
Yes, thank you very much. And you can tune in tonight to Everybody Picks on Politics at 6:30 p.m. What we're doing tonight is taking all of the interviews with the candidates that we did for our big forum. We're dividing it up to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I'm so tired.
It's okay.
We're taking snippets of all the interviews and airing them tonight in case you missed it, and then you can watch the whole thing online as well. So that's tonight at 6:30 p.m., airing again Sunday morning at 7:30. And you can watch it on Pick 7 Plus as well.
This is the hardest working guy in television. Let me just tell you that. He deserves a nap.
Thanks.
Leave him alone on Father's Day. All right?
Thanks.
You're welcome.